The open question, is Caitlin Clark going to do it? Because it had been reported that Unrivaled was making a full court press for Clark.
Is Caitlin Clark actually about to walk away from the WNBA? That's right, we're talking about one of the biggest names in women's basketball, possibly leaving the league that made her famous. And why? An international league just offered Clark a contract so massive, so packed with perks, it might just turn the WNBA's most watched player into a global sensation in a whole new way.
Not only do you need them, you come to the harsh realization that you have to have them to be successful.
Today, we're breaking down everything you need to know about this record-shattering offer, what it means for Caitlin, and how it could completely change the future of women's basketball. Stay tuned because this one is game-changing. Let's get straight to the numbers because this deal is nothing short of jaw-dropping. Unrivaled League, the international powerhouse that's been eyeing top talent across the globe, has come forward with a contract offer that would make Caitlin Clark one of the highest-paid women's basketball players in history. Reports estimate this contract to be well over the WNBA's current salary cap, rumored to reach as much as $1 million per season. Now, to put that in perspective, the WNBA's maximum base salary cap's at around $241,000. Clark would be earning close to 4 times that by going overseas. And that's not all. Unrivaled League's offer includes some wild perks. Clark would get a furnished luxury apartment, all travel expenses covered, and even an equity stake in the league itself. That's right, she wouldn't just be a player, she'd be part owner. For Clark, that's not just a paycheck. It's a long-term investment opportunity and a stake in the future of the league. Unrivaled isn't just offering her a spot on the roster, they're handing her the chance to help shape the entire league's direction. This is next-level, game-changing stuff. So, why is Unrivaled League throwing so much at Caitlin Clark? Because they know that snagging her is like hitting the jackpot. Clark has single-handedly reignited interest in women's basketball with her performance, electrifying fans across the country and becoming one of the WNBA's most watched players. For Unrivaled, a league known for recruiting international talent, Clark is the key to drawing in not only American audiences, but also the global fan base. The Unrivaled League has been in major expansion mode over the past few years. It's been building teams, recruiting top talent, and growing its presence in basketball-rich countries like Turkey, Spain, and Russia. But they know that to take things to the next level, they need a star who isn't just good on the court, but has that magnetic appeal, the kind that gets people talking, tweeting, and tuning in from around the world. That's where Caitlin Clark comes in. She's not just a player, she's a movement. Signing her means Unrivaled isn't just expanding, it's exploding onto the international stage, and they know Clark could be their ticket to dominating the women's basketball scene. Unrivaled League isn't just tempting Clark with cash, they're offering a unique playing style that might just be more attractive to the game's top talents. Unlike the WNBA's traditional 5-on-5 format, Unrivaled plays a fast-paced 3-on-3 style with shorter game periods and a high-energy 18-second shot clock. This isn't just basketball, it's a highlight reel waiting to happen. For players like Clark, who are known for making big crowd-pleasing plays, Unrivaled's format could mean more shots, more scoring, and more opportunities to do what she does best. And here's where things get interesting. This format appeals to players who want to maximize their game time without the exhausting, grinded-out nature of a full WNBA season. Unrivaled season runs shorter and lighter, which means less wear and tear on players' bodies and more freedom in the off-season. It's already rumored that other WNBA stars like Aja Wilson are eyeing Unrivaled for the exact same reasons. They see this as an opportunity to make money, stay fresh, and play in a way that showcases their individual talent. So, for players like Clark, Unrivaled isn't just a league. It's a chance to play more, shine brighter, and control their careers on their terms. Now, here's the harsh reality. The WNBA just can't compete with Unrivaled's financial firepower. Despite a significant uptick in viewership, much of it thanks to Clark's star power, the WNBA has limits on what it can offer its players financially. With a salary cap that tops out around $241,000, the league simply doesn't have the budget to offer the kinds of contracts Unrivaled is throwing around. And it's not for lack of trying. The WNBA has made strides, increasing salaries, offering better benefits, and putting more resources into marketing its stars. But when one league is offering hundreds of thousands more per season, it's a tough sell to keep talent stateside. And let's not forget, Caitlin Clark brought the WNBA some of its highest ratings in years. Her games drew in fans who'd never tuned into women's basketball before. She became a magnet for viewers, and her performances brought in record-breaking numbers. If she leaves, it's not just a star the WNBA loses, it's a massive piece of its future. Clark's potential move to Unrivaled could set off a seismic shift in women's basketball, not just for her, but for the future of the sport. If Caitlin decides to go, it could create a domino effect where other top WNBA players start to view overseas leagues as more appealing, especially if Unrivaled and similar leagues continue offering substantial contracts. The WNBA, long seen as the top women's basketball league, might face stiffer competition from international leagues with deeper pockets. Unrivaled isn't just trying to bring in star talent, it's challenging the entire structure of women's basketball. By offering Clark an investment stake, they're signaling a long-term vision to build a league that draws and retains elite players by redefining how women's basketball operates on a global scale. This strategy could encourage more young talents to set their sights beyond the WNBA, knowing that there are leagues willing to invest heavily in their potential. And this move is about more than money. It's about expanding the reach of women's basketball on a global stage. With Unrivaled's offer, Clark could be playing before audiences that have rarely tuned into the WNBA. By bringing top players from around the world into the fold, Unrivaled is building a more inclusive, international brand of women's basketball. In the long run, Unrivaled might challenge the WNBA's standing as the central hub of women's basketball, and could even set new trends for how professional leagues engage with players and fans alike. As news of Clark's potential departure spreads, fans have found themselves with mixed emotions. On one hand, they're excited to see what Clark could achieve in an international setting, especially with all the resources Unrivaled is putting behind her. Watching Clark dominate on a global stage, showcasing her skills to new audiences, is thrilling for many who have followed her rise in the WNBA. But there's also a sense of concern about what this means for the WNBA. Clark is more than just a player. She's become a cultural phenomenon, drawing in viewership and attention at levels the league hasn't seen in years. Fans are worried that her departure could lead to a dip in ratings and potentially slow the league's momentum. The WNBA relies heavily on star players like Clark to keep fans engaged, and her potential exit is raising questions about the league's ability to hold on to its biggest stars. The conversation online is heating up, with fans debating Clark's options and weighing what her move might mean for women's basketball as a whole. Some feel that if the WNBA can't match offers like Unrivaled's, it risks losing more of its talent to international leagues. Others see this as a positive shift, suggesting that Clark's success overseas could benefit women's basketball as a whole by broadening its fan base and elevating the sport globally. Caitlin Clark now stands at a critical juncture, one that could define her legacy. On one side, there's the WNBA, where she could continue to build her brand and help the league grow from within. Staying loyal to the WNBA would mean solidifying her impact on women's basketball in the U.S., where she's already become a household name and a leader for the league's future. However, the Unrivaled offer brings an entirely different set of opportunities. Taking this deal would make her one of the highest-paid players in women's basketball, providing financial security that few other leagues can offer. It also means Clark would have a chance to be part of a groundbreaking movement in women's sports, pioneering a shift where top players actively choose international leagues over US-based ones. Each path has distinct benefits and trade-offs. Staying with the WNBA cements her as an icon within the league, but moving to Unrivaled could establish her as a global ambassador for the sport. Whatever Clark decides, her choice will likely influence how future stars view their options and could either reinforce the WNBA's standing or propel Unrivaled into the spotlight as a serious competitor. Caitlin Clark's choice between the WNBA and Unrivaled is a pivotal moment for the sport. This decision could either reinforce the WNBA's role as the center of women's basketball or signal a shift towards international leagues taking the lead. No matter what Clark decides, the impact of Unrivaled's offer will reverberate across women's basketball, potentially redefining the sport's future. So, what do you think Caitlin Clark should do? Should she stay with the WNBA or take the leap to Unrivaled and reshape women's basketball from a global stage? If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.